guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and it is winter and I am masking for days, and I thought I would just share with you a few of my favorite masks. Now, I want to start by saying that I have very oily skin, I have aging skin, and sometimes acne prone skin. So that is a little bit more under control, but in general, that's the kind of skin I have. So if you have a super dry skin, some of these might not be for you, and I will try to let you know that. So I wanted to start off by talking about my eye masks. I've talked about these a lot. So I will link these down below. These are from Amazon. These are less than 10 bucks, and you get 10 pairs. So basically $1 a pair for these eye masks. Super cooling, even better when you keep them in the fridge. It's got all that gooey stuff. I don't know, it just feels good, especially when you're relaxing. I'm not sure if it really does a ton, but it feels amazing, and it does depuff. So these are called Crystal Collagen Gold Powder Eye Masks. And again, got these on Amazon. I will link them below. A second one I wanted to talk about is one that I do homemade, and you guys probably already know about honey, right? It's antibacterial, it's moisturizing, so it's good for acne prone skin. And what you do is you take aspirin, not the, I was gonna say the candy coated, the more powdery aspirin without the shell. What is it called? Anyway, so you take a couple of aspirin, which is salicylic acid, great for acne prone skin. Do a little droppy drop of water. You don't want too much water because then it completely disintegrates, right? You want it more of a paste. Mix it with some honey. Sometimes I do sugar, but sugar is a physical exfoliant and it can really rip, do tiny tears on the skin surface. So you want to be careful. If you do the sugar, you want to make sure that it kind of breaks down a little bit so it's not super harsh. So you can do it with or without the sugar. With the sugar is more of a scrub, without the sugar is more of a mask. So you can mix the honey and the aspirin together, pat, let that sit for 10 minutes, and then scrub, not scrub, but you know, this. And I think with the aspirin, more of a paste, it can act as a physical exfoliant without the sugary tears, if that makes any sense. So gave you a little homemade one. This is the Aveeno Positively Radiant 60-second in shower facial. This is a chemical exfoliant, but you only need it for a minute. So if you've never tried a chemical exfoliant, this is an awesome way to start. Where am I looking? It's glycolic acid, which is my favorite, but it's a low level, so you're not gonna hurt yourself. It might tingle a little bit, but you only have to leave it on for 1 or 2 minutes. You can do it in the shower, so you can keep it in there with you. I think this is awesome. I use this quite a bit, at least once a week on this one. I don't do the aspirin honey one very much because the acne is not around very much. Speaking of acne though, so last summer, Freddie and I went to California, and like a week before we went, I had a massive hair situation where my hair turned green, and my face was full of these like really thick acne bumps that could not be popped. I mean, I just felt so ugly on that vacation. But I have to say, so my aunt sends me random things all the time. Shout out to Aunt Becky. This is the Origins Out of Trouble 10-minute mask to rescue problem skin. So I was doing this all over the face, but it's very drying. So I ended up just putting this on my little dots, bumps, acne spots overnight. And this has sulfur in it, I believe. Let me pull this away from me. Oh, and of course it's all in French, so yeah, not gonna happen. So let me see if I can show you guys that one. This, again, really drying, but it made a huge difference. So be really careful, especially if you have dry skin. If you do not have acne, no point of even using this. But I really saw a difference in this. So if for some reason you're getting a lot of acne, maybe around your period or something like that, try this, maybe spot treat to start, see how that goes. This one is another Freeman one. This is Polishing Charcoal and Black Sugar Gel Mask and Scrub. This heats up. I don't know how much this does. This is a sugar scrub, right? I don't know how much it really does, but I can feel like my skin is so much smoother. There is a difference between chemical and physical exfoliation. You have to be careful with the physical exfoliation. We all know that apricot scrub is a no-no now, right? It's like literal pieces of walnut shell, which terrible for your skin. This is way less irritating. It doesn't actually irritate my skin. It's just, there's a lot of research now on the physical exfoliants and you gotta be careful. So be gentle, but I put this on like a regular mask for about 10 minutes and then I rub it in and do a little circular motion and it heats up and it feels amazing. So even if it just feels good, it's worth a try. I think it's $3 to $5. It says all skin types, detoxes pores and exfoliates for smooth skin. Again, there's no ingredient in here that I'm like, you have to have this for your skin, but it just feels nice. And then lastly, I already talked about this multiple times in my favorites, and this is the Ordinary AHA and BHA peeling solution. If you've never used if you've never used a chemical exfoliant, you have to be careful with this. I would not start with this. This even tingles for me. This is 10 minutes, comparable to the Baby Facial by Drunk Elephant, $10 or less, and it'll last you for a really long time. My first one lasted me for almost a year. So if you've used this, let me know. This is my favorite mask of last year. So those are my masks. Let me know down below if you've used any of these, what your favorites are, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.